feel like I've entered the flames of hell in this job market. I'm an ex-recruiter and I've been unemployed for going on 3 months now. I've cast a very wide net in my job search. I've applied to just about anything, but I can't even find a temporary job to pay my temporary bills.
If you are in the job market, you're searching for a job, you're hustling to get a job, or maybe possibly you're jobless or you're tired of the job or the place you're working in, getting a job these days is really difficult. Like, everybody is complaining. It's like it's an impossible task. And do you know what is more interesting is the fact that all this job keep putting up jobs online all the time. When you go to Indeed, LinkedIn, there's always jobs. That is the crazy part, which will then make you feel like you're the lazy one. You're the one who cannot get a job. Maybe something is wrong with you. Maybe your resume is bad, but it is not. It's just because these companies are not hiring. They're totally just there collecting people's resume, just keep posting. I don't even know at this point, I don't know if they're getting paid to be posting online, because they just keep doing it. They never stop. They continuously keep posting jobs and keep acting like there's so many jobs out there. And you will keep applying and keep applying. And I've seen people, there are some people who say they've applied for 300 jobs or 200 jobs, and only maybe 2 or 3 even sent them a message, an email to say, oh no, either no, or try to get an interview with them. So can you imagine that kind of lifestyle where you are looking for a job, and if you happen to find a job that actually makes an offer to you, the money they are paying does not meet the cost of living. The job will totally not even pay your bills. You're still gonna be broke. And people try to find a job because they're trying to pay their bills. They're trying to still at least have some savings, or at least if they can't have savings, at least be able to pay all their bills. But living in a place where it's so expensive and you're trying to pay all those bills and your job cannot even provide it for you, what are you gonna do? People are left stranded. But before we get right into this video, more people will actually explain it to you so that you guys will understand better the situation, so you know you're not the only one in this hustle. You guys should please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, help this new channel grow. I have a goal of getting to 1,000 subscribers, and I honestly cannot get there without you. I need you, please, to subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comment section by the end of this video, and let's get right into it.
I feel like I've entered the flames of hell in this job market. I'm an ex-recruiter and I've been unemployed for going on 3 months now. I've cast a very wide net in my job search. I've applied to just about anything, but I can't even find a temporary job to pay my temporary bills while I continue looking for something else. What I have observed through this situation is that people who are in similar situations as me, there's a bigger picture here. The job market right now is treacherous, and I really empathize with anyone struggling to make ends meet, because I'm right there with you. As I mentioned before, I am an ex-recruiter. I got laid off from my recruiting job, and I'm not the only recruiter in 2023 who has been laid off in this wave of layoffs. And I think that that in and of itself speaks volumes to the job market, because if nobody is hiring the people who do the hiring, that means that there is not a lot of hiring to be done. In other words, hiring right now is happening in low volume, so companies don't need recruiters. So if you're having trouble finding a job right now, it truly is not something personal. More than likely, it has everything to do with the job market, not your resume or your cover letter or your LinkedIn profile, okay? When I made my TikTok about getting laid off, there were so many people who were asking me, but like, what happened? Like, you don't just get fired for no reason, etc., etc. I know that it is very confusing. Trust me, I was confused as well. And if you are in a similar situation where you're feeling confused about why the hell you just got let go from your position that you thought you were doing so well in, it's really important to take a step back and look at the bigger picture right now. Let me explain a little bit further. The economy is suffering from high inflation. That means that there's not lots of money being circulated. If there is not lots of money being circulated, how do you think employers are paying us? So it's easier to let an employee go. We're the highest expense to most companies. So it's easier for them to let us go than to continue paying us our salary, benefits, 401k match, etc., etc., etc. Therefore, inflation is high, unemployment is high. My biggest advice, though, to anyone who is in a similar situation as me, or maybe you're in a tough situation at work and you can't find another job because of the job market, my biggest advice to you is to really use this time to reflect. Reflect on what you want from your future, from your job, from your career. For me, I understood very early on that I never, ever, ever want to feel this feeling of unemployment, being laid off, the pressure of finding a new job. I never want to feel that shit ever again. So I've realized that I need to follow my passions. I need to follow my passions, figure out how to monetize them so that I can kind of pave my own way in this fucked up economy. If you are somebody who is planning to stay in the 9-to-5 world and is trying to pursue a corporate career, you just need to understand that this might happen to you again in your lifetime. There's a very high likelihood that it will. I mean, in the last decade alone, there have been so many reasons why people have gotten laid off. As a recruiter, I spoke to people that were laid off 4 or 5 times in their career. This is the nature of the beast, so to speak. Moral of the story is the economy doesn't work in any of our favors. I have to just create the future that I know I deserve. Good luck, bestie.
I have a hot take about being unemployed and finding a job in 2023. I really hope my dad doesn't see this. I have been unemployed since November of 2022, and we are now in August of 2023. I've been working in human resources for 5 years, and I have applied to literally 1 million jobs. No matter how many jobs I apply to, getting a job feels impossible. The reality is we are in a recession right now, and while it may not feel that way to some people, it definitely feels like that with like all of the inflation, you know? My hot take is literally just wait till things blow over. And I'm not saying be lazy, stop looking, just throw in the towel altogether. I'm saying that you can keep looking, but unless you know somebody or you're like super qualified, there is like a 9 out of 10 chance that you are not getting the job. I literally had an interview last week and they eventually got back to me and they're like, sorry, you're overqualified. What? I have never been overqualified for anything in my life. Fast forward to my dad. My dad calls me today and he goes, so this came up on my LinkedIn, head of marketing. Would that be something you can do? Oh my God. I literally go, no. I work in human resources. I literally have no corporate experience in a marketing department. I'm not even qualified for an entry-level position in marketing. He basically says like, extend yourself, just apply, you never know, la, la, la. I don't know if it's like an older generation thing. Part of it is like, he just believes in me. The other part is I'm being lazy, maybe. To say if you're unemployed, you've been unemployed, you've just gotten laid off, like effort is valid. And if there's a day or two where you sit and like the day goes by and you've not really felt like productive or accomplished, like don't beat yourself up because things will eventually blow over and you will eventually find a job. This is also just like a pep talk for me. So if anybody works in human resources and is hiring, hi, call me.
No, because let's talk about it. Wasn't I just saying this the other day? Like these jobs are not really hiring for real. Like I've gotten like maybe 5 or 6 rejections in the past week. And it's ridiculous. I think these jobs are getting paid to submit us for jobs, like with the temp agencies, like they submit you for roles. Like it's crazy. Like it is ridiculous. Like they're ghosting you, they're rejecting you. Like at this point, I'm just going to focus on me, focus on my business, and just build my skill set, I guess, whatever. Because honestly, y'all want somebody as an administrative assistant, y'all want somebody to have all these skills, but y'all are not paying. Like it's not adding up. The math is not mathing. And at this point, being an administrative assistant, as long as you have customer service skills and things like that, why do I need all of these skills? Like it's ridiculous. So at this point, I'm just going to focus on my virtual assistant agency.
I can't even lie to y'all, right? I graduated from college. I want to say about 6 months ago, right? Almost 6 months. I literally have not found shit as far as jobs go. For context, I have a business degree. Before the comments get to bashing and whatnot, the only reason why I ended up getting a business degree because I was originally a psychology major was because my advisor told me that you could do a lot of things with a business degree. Yeah, not in this fucking economy. I deadass feel like it's gonna be a long time before I find a job in my field. Cause so far, the only thing I've seen is sales representative jobs and working at a fucking kiosk selling phone plans. Which, if you remember one of my previous videos, I literally just left a job just like that. And it's just so frustrating because I worked for like 4 years to get this degree. And I feel like I'm not going to do nothing with it for a very long time. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, marketing as a whole has a lot of shady things that I don't like about it. And like, I want to go into real estate because my mom and my oldest sister, they're real estate agents. But there's a lot of things about real estate that I don't like. And like right now, my plan is to just like get a certificate for something. Because the job I work at now, they offer like paying for certificates you can get if you work full time, which I do. And I might just do that, and I might just end up doing something in tech or in cyber security, because that's what I do for my job right now. So yeah, I literally don't know what else to do. And if you're a business major and you're getting ready to graduate, please keep that in mind. The job market right now is fucking horrible.
I want to know how people in my generation are supposed to get on in this economy. I have over 10 years of experience in sales, retail, management, upper management, hiring, training. I mean, the list goes on. Visual merchandising, marketing, social media content creating. Literally, the list goes on. I've worked on commission. I've worked hourly. I was recently laid off from my job that was supposed to be a really good paying job. And I've applied to over 500 jobs. I have only got one interview, didn't get it, and everything else is just a rejection letter. I have a good resume. I have a good cover letter. I have great experience. I'm actually a really valuable worker, and I know that. I know my worth in the workplace. And I can't get a job. Now, I could get a job for $18 an hour, but $18 an hour in this economy doesn't cut it. I need to be making at least $70,000 a year, and that's not even to be living lavish, that's to be fucking surviving. So if I, with 10 years of experience and all of those things that I said can't get a job, how are any of us supposed to get on? Asking for a...
Here's the truth about the job market in 2023. Job hunting does suck right now, but not for the reasons that you think. The unemployment rate is at about 4% right now, which by most economic models is pretty normal and to account for the turnover of jobs. That's a fancy way of saying that people are just moving around. The problem is they're probably not the jobs that you want. This is why learning how to maneuver through the ATS software and learning how to stand out in an interview, which are all learnable skills, are what you need to give you a little bit of a competitive edge. Leverage your network. If you don't have one, you can make one. Let me know if you want me to make a video on that. Say bye to fun employment.
It's so exhausting to try and find a job in 2023. What's even more upsetting about it is that I have built two careers, alongside of each other over the past 8 years. I'm both a professional actress and I'm a professional copywriter. So two totally different fields. And still, I have been unemployed since March, actively trying to find a job. I've worked with 3 different recruiting companies. I have my own freelance business trying to find clients, and nothing. And it's just so disheartening because everyone keeps telling me to pivot, to do something next. And it's just insulting at this point. No one is worried about me finding a job because I'll always find a job. But that's the problem. It feels so different now. And I've done things like work at grocery stores. I've worked as a server. I've had a lot of random jobs along the way, but still I can't find anything.
Here's my resume and cover letter. Are you gonna look at it? No, I actually can't read it. What do you mean? I have everything in there that you need to determine if I should get the job. You're funny. What? I mean, it says to upload my resume and cover letter here. Look below. There's a next button. Yep. Okay, next. Why do all these bubbles have like the same questions as the information on my resume and cover letter? Like, why am I gonna fill this out when I already have it in my documents that I've uploaded so that I can read it? Then why do you need me to upload it? I don't know, so we can see that you actually made one. You realize that making me do all of this extra work is really turning me off from this job, right? Yeah, that's the point. Isn't the goal to find a good candidate? Do you want the job or not? Well, I mean, I don't know now. Yeah, the job market's pretty bad out there. Are you threatening me? No, it's just reality. All right, I'll fill this out. Great, you'll hear back from us in 4 to 6 weeks. What?
Thank you all for watching this video. I really appreciate having you here to the end of this video. And before you leave, please, I say subscribe to the channel. I need you, and without you, I can't make it to where my goal of subscribers is. Please, I need you guys to subscribe, and please make sure you leave your thoughts in the comment section, because I would love to see what your thoughts is and hear what you really think about this whole thing. And let me know. Your voice matters, and your thoughts are very important to me. I want to know what you think. Okay? Click the like button, please, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.